Wholeness, we are coming to you to discuss the film The Fifth Wave, which is quite interesting because it's been coming to us quite some time as being recommended to watch. And when that movie Leave the World Behind was like it came out, well, obviously later than this one because this one came out in 2016. And so it's interesting how they continue to show you what's going on. And so this is kind of to break it down for those to kind of really see what's going on right now, because some of these films are showing you currently what is happening in your world. We always say your world. For those of you who are very versed in our offerings, you will know that we always explain to you how everybody's not experiencing the same thing. And it's also very important to understand that extraterrestrials that they claim is just now starting to be here has always been here since the beginning of the time. It's so many different species that has always been here, and they in all forms, and they're all over the place, and they've always been here. So anywho, when it comes to the fifth wave, it's very interesting how, you see the grid going down, you see the plane crashing, and, you see how we can recommend you watch it. It actually was a pretty decent movie to watch, and also to be able to decode it. There was a part where when like all the floods happened and some of the natural disasters or whatever the case may happen okay, let's see, there's so many thoughts going on in my mind right now. And then they also even showed the pandemic. So this movie came out in 2016, so literally even before what happened in 2020, it was already showed before it even happened. And so we talking the number 4 years, and then it's very interesting. So we're going to get back to that. So the whole thing is, because everything is a show, it's legit a show, which is why there's a lot of us out here, telling those who wants to be on a path of bliss and graciousness and gratitude and all wonderful things, is to make sure you stay on higher frequencies. And when you're on higher frequencies, then you are able to navigate through what is going on more seamlessly. Okay, so when it comes to how they had the whole virus thing and what they claim to tell you, because they always like to try to take videos down, talk about misinformation, but they will put so much lies out there. They'll keep all the lies up, and anything that they promote, you want to stay far away from. Anything that they promote, especially if it has something to do with you putting something inorganic in your body, because the body is already intelligent enough to do what it needs to do. So anywho, we're going to move on to the fact that these people seem to have moved to this camp, the ones that was kind of left over from the disasters, and so this is who I would consider off grid, because you have people that do live off grid. They like living like people who go camping, and things of that nature. And so all of a sudden, an army bust in, and they claim that they're coming to help the people. What did they do? For those of you, I'm telling you, watch this movie. They gonna get these school buses. It's the symbols in this show that is profound, because first of all, none of the people that's supposed to protect you in this whole matrix system is not for you. The ones that's supposed to protect you, they all work for the people who are against you. And that includes these yellow school buses and the people and all of that stuff, whether they are aware of it or not. That's why it's important to become self-aware and know that there's entities and these beings that will attach themselves to you and make you do whatever they want you to do. And the only way they can do that is if you're on lower frequencies, meaning that you are in fear, worries, doubts, anxiety, eating low vibrational foods that's not good for your body, you in pain and always complaining and things of that nature, that is how they're able to take over your body. And they will make you do things that you have no idea that you're doing. So we're saying this to say we desire that we could just go live, because we could just talk about this instead of uploading videos and things of this nature. But it is what it is. So anyways, the thing is that the army people that came through or whatever, they said, oh, we're coming to help you, instantly you could tell that they was the beings that was not there for them. And what did they do? They separated the kids from the parents, talking about the kids, and we're going to put them on the buses to take them to safety. And what they do, they took them straight to the army so that they could be able to fight off whatever it was that was there. And that was just all planned. And then they end up unaliving all of the parents back there at the thing. So how you here to save people but you unalive? It's all purpose. So even with that, because we don't want to make this long, and we know we talking fast, and we hope that you could catch on. Anywho, the thing is, right now during these times, protect the children. Okay, like, protect the children. Get yourself cleaned up. Stop eating and drinking things that is not good for you. Unless you know and you are aware of your blood type and your genetics, and you understand where you're seeded from. Maybe you are seeded from those beings that eat humans and eat dead animals and things of that nature. Maybe you seeded from that. So if that's who you are, that's not who we're speaking to. We're speaking to the ones who is not supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's beings out here that it's not part of your genetics and DNA. When you come in and you're in alignment with the Most High of love and trust and authenticity and things like that, they have a more so fruitarian based type, do things that make them feel good and do things with love as much as possible. So this is just to say, for those of you, because there was a part in the film where the father was like, I'm not gonna let you separate me from my children. And that's a whole nother story in itself too, because there we go again with division. Why are you separating the children from the parents? It's like everything in this thing want to separate everybody, no matter what it is, whether it's the children and the men and the women and the different so-called races, where it ain't no races, it's just different species. Everybody just got different type of complexions, because you would find some people who are so-called what some people may call white people, some people may call lunar European Americans, whatever. They may have more newer melanin than the most darkest person on the planet. So because it just depends on who they are and how they were seeded and what their genetics and DNA is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's so important to really become self-aware and to make sure that you are tuning into things that is the truth, because it's the lies will be projected. The lies. But if anything is being promoted during these times, especially putting inorganic things in your body, stay far away from it. And check out this movie. It's pretty interesting. And also, again, protect our children, please. Do not let them take our children, okay? Because that is one of the things that those other beings, the ones that is not agreeable, that's how they eat. So yes. All right, wholeness and love.